I got a video here that I bookmarked from a school. It says the 70s, but by her hairstyle and because it's black and white, I think it's a little bit earlier. It's probably a decade or two earlier. But let's just play this. I want you guys really to pay attention on what's going on here.
Boys have to be the leaders. Who do you think goes to fight the wars? The boys. They don't send women over there. You know why? We'll probably lose the war. Because they'd start talking and they'd forget what they were over there.
I mean, that sounds like something my Nana would have said, my grandmother. And she's not wrong. But that's just the contrasting difference in what, kids dealt with in school back then versus what they get in messaging today. Now in school, they're taught nonsense like, you can be whatever gender you want. Men can get pregnant, critical race theory, blah, blah, blah. That's where we're at today. But, just as a framer, that's it. I got another meltdown here from a lib calling Biden to stage an insurrection to stop Donald Trump from taking office. Check this out. This is what I would call a hissy fit, guys. Like, you'll see this. We were talking about this over the last couple of weeks too, with women shaving their heads. That's an indication of betrayal. It's always been an indication of betrayal in the past. Like after the Second World War, the women that collaborated with the Germans in France and Belgium and Holland and all these places, they would just bring them out to the town square and shave their heads. We've also got this as well, where TikTok is a very useful platform for a lot of the gals. But I'll play this real quick. It's just under a minute long.
This message is for my president, Joe Biden, and I probably speak for millions of Americans in this country. Please, Joe, please, 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 please use your immunity now to do whatever you can to make sure that this selfish, narcissist, lying traitor never becomes a dictator and does not have the ability to take away things from the American people that we have contributed to for decades. Please, Joe, use the immunity that was implemented basically for the one that's always above the law. Use it now to your advantage and for the American people. Things happen for a reason. Please, Joe, do us a big favor and do what you can to protect.
Messaging, man. Messaging. Like, what is the obsession with these delusional people that think that things are going to be taken away from them? Like, what exactly is going to be taken away from them? Is this still around the whole abortion rights nonsense? Because
they can't.
Looks like she's about 60. She ain't having an abortion anytime soon.
Yeah, they can't tell you what it's about. They're just parroting the same talking points that they're hearing.
It's whatever the news tells them, right?
Whatever the news says, and
where do they get this from?
Orange man bad, and they just regurgitate, repeat the same old things that have been debunked over and over. I mean, it doesn't help when you have dum-dums like Obama literally repeating hoaxes to a national audience that have been debunked over and over and over. I mean, what you saw from the Democratic campaign is you saw the last little bit of respect that they could have garnered from somebody that thought that they were, decent folks, and clearly they just don't care. And how rich is it to say, above the law, Donald Trump has been above the law when Joe Biden just basically, pardoned when he pardoned Hunter Biden. I didn't have the word. Just pardoned Hunter Biden
indulging
for everything. And it was the perfect thing. It's this cycle, right? It's like what you're saying is happening is not happening. Actually, it is happening, but it's not that big a deal. Actually, it's happening and it's good. That's what happened. First of all, the laptop was Russian misinformation. The contents are XYZ ABC. Oh, but it's really not that big. Oh, it's not. And actually he did, and he's not guilty, right? Like it went through that cycle, which was just great. And I mean, look, man, I don't have a son. I mean, there's guys out there that are like, dude, it doesn't matter. My kid could have pulled a Thanos and like offed 500,000 people from this earth, and I would have pardoned the guy. Some guys don't think that. They think that they wouldn't have done the same. I have no idea.
It's a failure of parenting if you got to do that. That really is.
Yeah, I mean, if you're giving a full presidential pardon, then yeah. But like he's not going to hear that message, lady. Like he doesn't even know what planet he's on.
But it's like you take a look at his family and his kids, and they're all presentable. They're all polite. They're all good looking. They all have something going on in their lives. They've got, they've had kids, and you go look at Joe Biden's. Does he just have the one kid, Hunter?
I don't know. I think so. I'm actually not sure.
Just the one kid, and he's a total train wreck. He's a crack smoking, prostitute indulging thief, basically, is what he is, right? And it's like, and then you get these TikTok videos you watch, and they're like, "Please, Joe, save us from Orange Man Bad. You have the power." It's like, are you even looking at these two contrasting stories here between these two people?
But it's like, where were these people from
bizarre.
2016 to 2020? Like, were you guys in a bunker from 2016 to 2020? What happened in 2016 to 2020? What was taken away from you? What did you lose? I mean, just name one thing, and they just can't. It all feeds on emotion. There's no logic whatsoever. It's all talking points. It's all name calling. It's all, he's this homophobe, xenophobe, misogynist, blah, 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 convicted felon, which he isn't. I mean, there's all of these these taglines just get latched onto people. Like I said, the court of the United States, the government court no longer matters. It's all about court of public opinion. That's really it. Doesn't matter anymore.
All right, guys, I really hope that you enjoyed that clip. If you want to check out the full-length podcast episode, you can find that right over here. Also, make sure you visit my website over here, where you'll find my supplements, the opportunity to book me privately one-on-one for coaching, and most importantly, my new School of Unplugging, which you'll find on the courses tab. Newer to the channel, hit subscribe.